Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the weeks of the rest of this week, the week of January 9th. I think these videos will probably be up on the 10th or so, and also the week of January 16th. So let's see what's going on for you. Thank you all for the support while I was sick. That was very helpful, so thank you for that. But let's see what's going on for you. I definitely feel like you need to make sure this week to not be disappointed by anything. And isn't that funny? Nine of Spades came right up. I kind of, at the beginning of the reading, was like, Capricorn, kind of just felt like Capricorn just needs to kind of keep going, especially this week. Next week, I think, will be much easier. So the week of the 16th, I think, will feel a lot better. But definitely, watch out for the disappointment this week. I don't actually think, it's not like there is a disappointment. I think that you are just feeling maybe like depressed or disappointed. I think probably yesterday, the 9th, was probably the worst day for Capricorn. So a lot of Capricorns might have been feeling very depressed on Monday, but I think things will get much better for you next week, especially, and even the end of this week looks like it's probably going to be fine. But you start off with the Five of Spades. Just keep taking those risks, I would say. I think a lot of Capricorns, especially those of you in business, are on this like path of risk taking, and I think a lot of you are almost ready to give up. So like I said, I mean, it's a message that came in right away, even before I started pulling your cards. That's why I said the thing about disappointments, because I really think that a lot of you are super, super close to something, are super close to a breakthrough in your life. And I mean, it literally comes up here in the cards. So, keep going and, just keep trying, because I feel like you're super close to something. Keep taking risks. This is a card of taking risks and getting ahead. It's also a card of moving. You also have the Seven of Spades and the Ten of Clubs. These cards are moving cards, so some of you very well could be moving. Next, you have the Nine of Spades, disappointments. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I pretty much knew something about this was going to come up because of the disappointment thing. Let go of past disappointments, anything from the past. As somebody who has 5 planets in Capricorn, I get it. I know how disappointments can, how disappointing it has been for Capricorn. Let's put it that way. So just keep going. I feel like you're super close. I think Capricorn in particular, it's taken me a while to realize like what it is, like what's the deal with Capricorn? Why has Capricorn been so challenged for so long? I think it's to strengthen Capricorn to the max, so that you can be even stronger. I keep getting this thing about, I think a lot of Capricorns look at other people in life, and I think you see how it just seems like things kind of come easier to other people. I think, a lot of you could even be working in fields where it's like other people are getting ahead and you're busting your butt and nothing's really happening. And you're just like why, I'm working 10 times harder. Why isn't anything happening to me? But just keep going, because I think you're about to kind of just leapfrog everything very soon. Probably this year. I think this is going to be a process this year, but you're going to be much more successful. You show up, King of Diamonds would definitely be Capricorn. Very successful, money, prosperity, abundance right here. I think a lot of you are working towards this. I always say when somebody comes up as a king as themselves, so again, earth signs are diamonds, and you're showing up as a king here. Not only does it put you in a position of power and a position of strength, but when you show up as a king, it really says you're working towards authority. You're really trying to become an authority, and it's also like mastery. You're trying to master a lot of things in your life. Usually a good sign that a lot of you could be working on personal development, even taking personal development courses, listening to personal development books and things at this time. So, and if you're not, maybe, it's something you should consider, because I feel like when this happens, when you show up as a king of yourself, like things like personal development, and again, you have the Ten of Clubs and the Ace of Clubs, my 2 favorite cards in the deck, showing up at the end here. Things like that, and even learning are kind of like, you get like 10 times the benefit while doing these things during this period. It is an amazing time for personal development. I actually am personally, I'm not a huge fan of personal development, right? I'm not a big fan of just like Tony Robbins and all this other stuff, like getting your head pumped up and all this other stuff. It really doesn't do anything, for us. But having said that, I think if you're gonna do it, now is the time. I think it's a great time to, like I said, learn and take personal development courses. read personal development books, because I think the effect is going to be, 10x. So I think it's a great time for that. Next, you have the Seven of Spades. Let go of fears. Definitely move past fears. Five of Spades, Seven of Spades. These are cards of needing to let go of fear, and also kind of doing things in the face of fear as well. Next, you have the Jack of Hearts. I think that for a lot of Capricorns who have, love is kind of a long time coming. I think a lot of Capricorns have been single for a long time, or you've been with somebody for a long time. It's like one or the other. I don't think there's any middle, very few of you are probably kind of like middle ground where you've at least been dating. But I think there could be a surprise with love over the next few weeks of finding out somebody's interested in you, or just kind of bumping into something. I've started to do the 2017 love readings, which are obviously going to be late, mostly because of me being sick and all this other stuff, but I am going to get them out. And one of the interesting things I noticed is it definitely seemed like love was surprising in 2017, that it was going to kind of come on as a surprise for a lot of people, mostly the earth and the water signs. And so I definitely think, for those of you that are single, that could be the case. Next, again, favorite card in the deck, Ace of Clubs. Card of learning and stacking skills on top of yourself. I think it's a great time to learn. Again, I know I beat this dead horse, as I like to say, but not much changes in the universe. I was talking to somebody the other day about how, really my readings, even things are not really ever all that different. The messages have been kind of the same, and from year to year they kind of are the same. And again, it's because I think the energy doesn't change very quickly. But also, we have Saturn entering Capricorn in 2018, which there's a direct relationship between Saturn and Capricorn and learning, and learning kind of being profitable, and that's what this card represents. But this is an amazing card of learning, like I said, and also abundance in all ways coming to you. And finally, you have the Ten of Clubs. Very fortunate, very lucky card. I think there could be a lot of lucky circumstances over the next few weeks for you. And also a great card for contracts, if you're signing any contracts. Amazing card for travel. But mostly, if old school readers saw this reading in your reading, they would consider it extremely lucky, very fortunate, and would say good things will happen to you. So, looks amazing, definitely. Just don't allow those disappointments to get you down. Like I said, I think it's a great time to stay motivated. Listen to motivational videos on YouTube or something like that to kind of keep your spirits up. Mostly this week, I would say, not even next week, but just to kind of keep things up. But it looks amazing. So thank you for watching, and have a great couple of weeks.